Okay, Peace Over Pride has expressed sort of a question, saying, why doesn't God use his authority to fix everything? The current suffering, the condition of the world, all the destruction. I sympathize with you. And I hear a lot of people ask that same question. And some people even draw the line in the sand there and say, hey, that's why I don't believe in God, because, you know, he allows all this to happen. He's supposed to be all loving and almighty. Well, my friends, there is an answer. And it's a very amazing answer. And this should really open your eyes to the true understanding of how much the Father truly does love you and how far his sight and wisdom really is for you. He is allowing you to gain all of the experience yourself and to make the choices yourself and to literally create and form yourself as you see fit in the eternity ahead. Just like a wise parent doesn't over-influence the child into becoming something that the child doesn't want to be, the wise parent tries to see the things that the child is interested into and then give the best possible influence in that direction that the parent can, trusting that the child will make the right choice. You have to let your child live its own life. Well, from the micro to the macro, the same with the Father. The Father literally is allowing us to form reality as we see fit. The only problem is that someone else has entered into the time-space material realm and has sought to influence our free will. And free will basically has an equation. Free will times influence negates choice. Okay? It necessitates a choice. Free will and then the influence of free will, eventually choice is going to arise. Free will represents the potentiality of reality, okay? And it's influenced by the personality, the unique variable personality of the unique individual free will. So we have the potentiality in place, and the influence is the thing that has now been taken over, and it's temptation. And we know that where that comes from with the story of the Garden of Eden, the temptations from the beginning. So unfortunately, our world reality doesn't reflect the followed influence by men following after the inspiration of the loving Father. It affects men following after the influence of the temptation. So now the choice plus the action has actualized. This actualized repercussion is a reaction. That reaction is really in reality translated as reality. So we see that the choice plus action actualizes something. What it actualizes is a reality influence. And this reality influence has a discharge. So this choice that has been followed after and then acted upon, it has a reach outside of you now, and it enters into the world reality around you. That's why we're calling it a reality influence discharge. So you, by your choices and how you've been influenced by them, are actually influencing the world reality around you. And each person does the same. God says, I'm no respecter of persons, which means he loves and gives free will equally to the evildoer and the faithful. So if the deceiver could have come in and influenced enough variables of the personality, free will of man and influenced him with temptation, that means the present world reality would be filled with more negative personality discharges that form the negative reality that we live in. So our reality isn't a product of what the Father wants. It's a product of what we want. It's the repercussional equation of our choices. Unfortunately, our choices have been influenced with temptation, and we haven't broke the cycle. I hope that helps.